how is it being covered in China?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's getting a lot of traction in China as well, and we have a direct quote from President Xi this time on the People's Daily saying that these tariffs are basically hurting the legitimate rights and interests of all countries. I mean, we always hear this from China, but this time we hear it directly from President Xi. We also have state media Xinhua, for example, publishing a pretty scathing piece that was directly trying to rebut the argument made by Stephen Miran, who is one of Trump's economic advisor, who argued that U.S. military and the dollar are public goods that other countries should help shoulder the burden for. And Xinhua essentially is saying that this is the U.S. acting like an imperial power, trying to extract, some sort of tariffs or tribute from other country. There you can see the quote there, an imperial prerogative trying to make the rest of the world pay tribute. It's also saying that all of these problems in the U.S. is stemming from its domestic issues like overspending, overcommitment abroad, over-reliance on the U.S. dollar, imbalanced domestic spending. And here we have a Global Times article as well saying that the U.S. has not been sincere. It's saying one thing, saying that it wants a deal, but on the other hand, its actions show that it is applying maximum pressure on China. And it quoted this Confucius idiom, 听其言而观其行, meaning you have to listen to one's words, but also observe their actions. So the key here is, U.S. is all talk and not much action. And I also want to point out some of the interesting quotes that we have been seeing on Chinese social media, because this has been trending on Weibo, and the trending hashtag is Trump caved in. It's number 2 trending topic on Chinese social media. And here you can see one commentator saying his words cannot be trusted, he has no credibility whatsoever, and someone else saying his credit rating is so low he won't even be able to borrow a power bank in China. And this is funny because if you live in
What's
China...
the context here? Yeah,
if you live in China, you will know that there are all these machines renting out power banks, and they're literally everywhere. Like almost every restaurant has it. It's very cheap. You don't really need a very strong credit rating. Everybody can borrow it. So this person obviously is saying that Trump's credit rating is down to the floor. He can't even borrow a power bank. And others also taking a crack at how Trump is crazy. Maybe he is making a fortune secretly through gold and U.S. stocks. The money is already in his pocket, so that's why his face is not important. That's why he can change his mind and make a U-turn now. And somebody else saying, does he expect China to say thank you? Obviously, this is a reference to the President Zelensky moment when J.D. Vance and Trump had been giving him a public dressing down.
All right, 不用谢了. Okay. Minmin, thank you so much.